Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Max, if you're new here, and today we're going to be decorating outside of my favourite grumpy octopus's house, Octavian. So I had the idea to kind of give Octavian a arcade, because I had some of the arcade machines, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them. Obviously I wanted to place them around my island somewhere, but I wasn't entirely sure where, and I wasn't sure that I would have the space to make like a full-on arcade once I'd decorated all of my villager houses, and so I decided to give Octavian a little arcade outside his house. For some reason I can definitely imagine him, like, you know how all the cranky villagers are always talking about in their youth, getting up to things in their youth. I can definitely imagine Octavian playing arcade games when he was younger. So I guess it's fitting, kind of a bit of nostalgia for him. So as you can see, I had already built quite a bit of the cliffs that I needed to, but I just wanted to extend them a bit here. Because I also wanted to do a forced perspective of a pagoda and some cherry blossom branches, to kind of make it look like there are cherry blossom trees. You'll see in a minute where I place it. It's basically the rock behind where Octavian's house is. And I wanted to incorporate it somewhere on my island, you know, the pagoda and an ode to cherry blossom season, and an ode to Japan, just in general. But obviously my island is Keicore themed, and I wasn't entirely sure how that would work. But I think just a little bit of spice. It worked well. So it took me ages to figure out exactly where I wanted everything, and oh my god, you'll see me struggle so much with this. I think this is what takes up so much of the video, is just me figuring out where I wanted the pagoda to go and the cherry blossom branches, because I wanted to be able to see it when I'm not in building mode. So it was kind of it was difficult, but we got there in the end. You'll also notice that in this video and the next video as well, I believe, that the paths are still my Halloween pathing. And that is because I filmed a massive backlog of videos, because I was feeling really inspired, and so I filmed loads all at once. And these two, this one and the next one, I filmed while it was still before Halloween. So I'm sorry about that, but at least we can extend the spooky season a bit longer with this Halloween pathing, even though Halloween has long since finished. Also, I think cherry blossoms are so beautiful. I actually have a tattoo of cherry blossoms on my upper arm, because I've always loved them. I've always thought they're absolutely beautiful, but also I'm a really big fan of Japanese culture, and you know, I know that Japan has its faults and issues, but from like a tourist perspective, I think it's a brilliant country, and we visited last year during cherry blossom season, and I think that's why cherry blossoms have such significance to me, because me and my wife went to visit. We were meant to visit instead of getting married, but then we got married that year anyway, so I'm not sure quite what happened there, but yeah, 2019 was a wild year for all of us. Not as wild as 2020, I'll admit, but yeah, we were meant to be going back to Japan right now, actually, as I'm recording this. We're meant to be there right now in Tokyo, but obviously there's a plague, so that couldn't happen. So we're planning on going back the year that I graduate university, which is 2022, and in the meantime I'm planning on getting top surgery, and that is in the works, so I'm super excited for 2021, just hoping that it's a lot better than 2020, but you know, I'm not holding out hope. I'm still doing all my university classes online, and there's also been a second lockdown that is in place now, so can't leave my house. None of the people I live with can leave our house, which is fine, I suppose. I have my YouTube videos, which I love making. I have Animal Crossing, I have Dragon Age, I have reading, I have sewing. You know, I'm really lucky. I'm introverted anyway, and I have a lot of hobbies that I can do inside, so I'm not particularly put out by another lockdown, but I know that a lot of people are extroverted and they do rely on social interaction, and I just wanted to say, if anybody's here in the UK who's watching my videos and they're really struggling, that, you know, I'm thinking of you, and I hope that, you know, this lockdown ends when it's meant to end, so that we can celebrate Christmas with our loved ones. So yeah, I'm sending out my heart to everyone in the UK suffering through the second lockdown, because it bloody sucks. I don't know why I always do this, but I always give myself such an awkward space to work with when it comes to, like, my villager houses. So, like, I've done this, like, L shape. I think it looks really cool, and I think I did well in the end. But it was so awkward, and I could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I just made it just a square. Why am I like this? Anyway, it took me, again, ages to figure out where I wanted stuff to go, but I like how it looks in the end, so that's what matters most, right? And as well, when I'm building stuff, I always forget how big some of the items are, and so I don't give myself enough space for them, and then I get really frustrated and just end up not using the items. And I think just what I've learned as a general rule of thumb is that I should just give myself more space than I think I'm going to need, and then do that instead of giving myself not enough space. Because I like things to look cluttered, I guess. Not too cluttered, but, you know, so that it has a bit of life to it. I don't like a lot of empty space in terms of, like, furniture decorating. But, you know, I need to cut myself some slack. So, at the time of recording this voiceover, actually, I just wanted to let you guys know that Purin Bay is, I'd say, about 95% done. So, that means that I'm going to be releasing my dream address really, really soon. I'm going to be filming an island tour, so that you guys can see Purin Bay in all of its glory. I released kind of like an unfinished dream address for my friends to kind of have a look at my island and see if there's anything I can do to quote unquote like improve it, even though I'm really happy with it. There are just some areas that are still quite bare. And after I'm done with Purin Bay, I am going to be resetting. And I didn't think I would get so sentimental about it, because that was kind of always the goal. And the reason is because I recently bought a second-hand Animal Crossing edition Nintendo Switch. And obviously at this moment in time you can't transfer over data from your Animal Crossing islands. They really need to get on that, by the way. So I'm going to be resetting, and I'm going to be building a new island, and of course I'm going to be filming all of it, so don't you guys worry. So I'm going to be revealing my island theme and stuff a bit later on, once all of the videos from this island have been released. I think there are 5 more videos to go up. 4 or 5, I can't think off the top of my head. So yeah, you have those to look forward to before I, at least, I'm going to be saying goodbye to Purin Bay. But there's always going to be Purin Bay here on YouTube, which I like that. I can look back at my progress and see what I've done and stuff, so I can always remember it. So it's done. The outside of Octavian's house is done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment down below. It would really help me out. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. I hope that you stay safe, that you're kind to yourselves, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!